Hey guys, we are back now with another Gen 6 Wi-Fi battle, and today we're taking on a familiar face, Techteen3000, aka JJ, I think. Yeah, links in the channels in his description. He's got an OU team, and I got myself a UU team, so this battle's going to be really fun. Now let's get started. He starts off with Lapras, a shiny Lapras. I, on the other hand, start off with my own water type, Starmie. And Starmie just goes right away for a Side Shock, and I apologize for that sudden delay, because I'm busy doing a lot of things, and he just goes right away for a Freeze Dry. I really didn't see it coming, so this must be the move that is super effective to water types. Did a lot of damage though, but not a whole lot, so I had to make a switch and go right ahead of Mienshao. However, it goes now for another Freeze Dry, and since Mienshao isn't a water type, it isn't that effective, so yeah. He makes a switch, albeit predicting that I knew I would do like a Drain Punch, and he sends out Phoenix, the Talonflame, the shiny Talonflame that gets like 2-hit effective against Stealth Rocks. And I go for a Fake Out, which does a crit, and I know I didn't do the flinch, but at least I did its job. And I decided to send an Arcanine, hoping that I could survive like a Brave Bird. And Phoenix does go for the Brave Bird. However, my big gripe with Talonflame is that this thing is like a glass cannon. I'm not kidding, it is a glass cannon, despite the fact that Arcanine survived a stab Brave Bird. That's insane. I really gotta give Arcanine credit. Anyway, Talonflame goes once more for a Brave Bird, which takes down Arcanine, and he suffers less recoil in the process. I have to admit, this battle is intense right off the bat. Though I have to contend with Phoenix, and I have just the thing to do it. And I also forget to mention that it has Life Orb too, makes it worse. So I go for the Fake Out, and that takes care of Talonflame. If Talonflame did stay on or didn't have a Life Orb, things would have been very different. And now it sends out Milotic, another shiny. I'm seeing shinies all over the place. I did mention in the last battle that there were shinies. I'm not going to complain about it anymore. I go for a U-turn, and the U-turn does do damage, and I get a free switch. Although the question now is, I need something that can withstand its attacks. So I send in my Rotom. He goes right ahead for a Toxic. And that's when Badly Poison's about to kick in. I'm now on borrowed time, so I may as well just make it count. Though if I did use Trick on it, it would be very bad. And surprisingly, he goes for a Scald, and the Scald does do some damage. And I instead went for the Volt Switch because if I did use a Trick, it would have been very disastrous. And the Volt Switch really did a good job too. It really did do a lot of damage. However, Milotic has a Citrus Berry, and the Citrus Berry has him healed up. That's not good. So right now I decide to send in my Mienshao, hoping that I can do some damage. And I do so with Fake Out. Fake Out didn't do much, but he gets the flinch. However, Milotic's Cute Charm kicks in, making it Infatuated. Yeah, that's bad. Love on the battlefield really hurts. However, it doesn't work here as I go right away for a Drain Punch, destroying that shiny Milotic. I do have to admit though, Milotic as a shiny looks a bit cool in design, but not so much. Now it sends in the shiny Water Rotom. What's next? And it gets a Quick Claw, which lets it move first. It goes right away for a Hydro Pump, and the Hydro Pump does considerable amount of damage. Surprisingly, it took it down in one hit. Ah well, I think I may have to replace Mienshao sometime down the road. But no time for that, because now I send in Roserade and I go right away for a Sleep Powder, sorry. And I get to sleep, though the question is if it's going to have a first turn wake. Surprisingly, it does not, and I'm relieved. However, my big concern is that it's going to survive whatever I bring out. I do a Leaf Storm and it doesn't, so I am at least pleased with that. Normally, most Rotoms could withstand it provided maxed out its special defense and everything. However, not in this case, since it has, my Roserade has Stab. And now it brings out the shiny Lapras once again. I'm not going to get hit by an Ice Attack, so I have to make a switch. And I decided to send in my Frost Rotoms. Oh yeah, I only did it just for the sake of letting it die. Although I wonder if that was a good idea. Well, it is a good idea since it's not very effective. However, made worse by the fact of Badly Poisoned, since as long as I keep having it stay on the field, I'm living on borrowed time. I just suffered 9 damage. And Now it sends in the shiny Lucario. I went instead now for a Volt Switch because my thinking is that Lucario may have a Mega Stone, and if I use Trick, then it wouldn't work and I would waste a turn. So now I decided to send in Braviary, and Braviary goes right away for a superpower. And I was thinking to myself, how come that Lucario doesn't, like, Mega Evolve or something? I don't get it. Either way, the superpower does take down Lucario effortlessly, though it would have been really nice if I would have saw a shiny Mega Lucario on the battlefield. Ah well. And now it sends in Greninja, and it's a regular, not a shiny. However, it's not going to last long thanks to superpower. Plus, my Braviary has, wait a minute, it actually survived? Oh, not good. Made worse by the fact that it's now -2 attack. And it suffers Rocky Helmet, and I'm thinking, Greninja with a Rocky Helmet? I didn't see that coming. Either way, it uses an Ice Beam, and surprisingly, I survived, but the bad news is I get the freeze. I get the freeze, and I'm now staying stuck. The sprite, when it looks like freezing, is just rather hilarious, like rather cool by design. However, it's not gonna last, and it goes down. Yeah, luck was on his side, to say the least. And I decided to send in Starmie because, I don't know, maybe I could just send it in to die. But it doesn't matter because I go for the Scald, and since Greninja is not a different type, not water, I'm able to take it down with regular damage. So, I'm pretty much happy with that. However, that's not the case since it now decides to bring back the shiny Lapras. And I decided to go right away for a Psyshock, a special attack that deals physical damage. And bad news is it didn't work. And it now goes for the Freeze Drive, which basically takes out my Starmie. Yeah, one of the first things I want to see in Gen 6 is seeing an attack that would take down a water type. It's a first, believe me, it is. And now my last Pokemon is Rotom, and I just decided to go for a Volt Switch, and the Volt Switch takes down the Lapras. Yes, I'm happy. Well, I'm at least relieved because this battle's over. Thank you very much, Techteen. I really appreciate it. And I'd like to thank all of you guys for watching. I apologize if my commentary was a bit whack or out of place. It's because of the fact that it's really late right now and trying to get all this done before I go to bed is not easy. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. It does mean a lot to me. Please make sure you check out his YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys next time for more Wi-Fi battles. Alright, peace guys.